All right, Shalom, Shalom. First things first, I want to give our honor and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, and we say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, and we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders, the great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power, Yah Ba'ashem, Yahushai. We're in the time of the end. Great things are taking place. We're going to the time where Yahweh Shemi Shai is getting ready to take his elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. And great things are getting ready. Great judgment is getting ready to go down on planet Earth. And it's not even going, it's happening. We're in the time of great judgment. It's just going to intensify. Just like a water that boils, when you put a water on boil, what happens? That water may start off small. You might see, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shemi Shai Barakatah, Bashem Dash. My man, you'll see a water that starts to boil. What would happen? It'll start off slow. All right, it'll start off slow, and then what would happen? It'll get intensified. Okay, so that's what you see happening right now. Is this water is starting slow, but then what's going to happen is it's going to intensify. We're in the time of hey, that's a sit down. The time of boiling waters. This truth is getting ready to explode on a whole new level, and judgment is getting ready to intensify on a whole new level at the same time. Okay, so this is the time we have to do to prepare ourselves, and don't. This ain't the time to just be scared. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, but always know that the Lord is known for His mercy and His love, man. All right. So if we keep ourselves in the right mindset, in the right path, Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to take care of us, and let me check on this. I'm gonna pull up the comment board myself and see what's going on. So, lock it. Bear with me one moment. One moment. But to you, those that are watching this out there, man, is just keep your mindset in the good way, man. Yahweh Shemi Shai is getting ready to give us the kingdom, and it's not gonna be some light. Oh yeah, we have the kingdom. No, it's gonna be off the chain, man. It's gonna be something that has never been witnessed before. It's not gonna be a light blessing we getting ready to receive. So let's jump into the news. This is gonna be a news update. We're gonna start with the inflation, because these are the signs and the things that we have to watch to know what time we living in. Okay, because it is not gonna be just it's happening. The elites don't do things just instantly. They do it by piecemeal. They just like a pedophile. A pedophile has to groom his victim. He might give him some candy or a toy, and then he'll leave him alone and just plant a seed. That's how Esau is. He's a sicko, man. Okay, so what he's doing now with the people, he's planting seeds in these people. And look right here. It says what? Rising prices, once seen as temporary, threaten Biden's agenda. It says supply chain disruption, a work storage, and pain at the gasoline pump have made inflation an economic and political problem for the White House. You see, because this is all organized. Don't ever think that this is just randomly happening. No, this is meant to happen. This is ordained to happen. All right, and I'm going to get the precepts to back it up. It says containers. It says container ships waited to enter the port of Los Angeles early this month. Inflation caused in part by supply chain problems is leading to fast increases in prices of food, gasoline, and customer goods. Food don't We get our food from our own land. You gotta understand that we get our food from our own land. There's certain veggies and certain things that come from Mexico and different things like that, but those are on our landmass, like avocados and things like that. All right, but this is all engineered. They made sure that a lot of the mom and pops were closed, and a lot of the so-called local grocers and farmers markets, they made sure they were closed. Why? Because they made you depend on the big box stores, because they already had this plan. Once you see the end result of the plan, then you can look back in hindsight. You must use your hindsight. Well, I always ask, why do they want to commercialize everything? I get it to make money, but it was deeper than that. They commercialized all the stores and made sure they brought up all the competition to make sure when they pushed their agenda, they didn't have much problems or have any enemies against it. Okay, because somebody could be like, well, I'll just go to the farmer's market, forget Walmart. They didn't want that. So what did they do? They bought up the competition. They made sure every majority of the supply comes from them. Why? Because when they cut it off, you wouldn't have a choice. You'd have to come under their so-called will. So that's why they were doing everything. You see where we at now? We can look in hindsight. That's why they have to move things fast. Once you reveal yourself, you have to move fast, man. That's why Esau's moving quick because he's having to reveal his hand a little bit, and he don't like to do that. That's why he's cutting off channels, anybody talking and bringing the truth out. All right, this is Washington, and this is from the New York Times. It says at least one. It says at least once a week, the team of President Biden's top advisors meet on Zoom to address the nation's supply chain crisis. They discuss what ways to relieve backlogs at American ports, ramp up. What is that? Semiconductor production. So it's going to go to laptops. A lot of the business runs off that. A lot of the Fortune 500 companies. A lot of those different. What is it called? What social media providers? Those semiconductors. That's what a lot of that technology deals with is semiconductors. Let's look what that is. Let's look it up. All right. The best thing we can do is look at it. So if this comes down the line, we're gonna be able to tell somebody what a semiconductor is and how important it is to the economy. Okay. The See, look, this is a semiconductor. Semiconductors are material which are conductive between conductors, generally metals and non-conductors. This is where they say semiconductors. Where do they get these from? Africa. Okay? Africa, different places that these are what they really want. They're not worried about diamonds. They're not worried about rubies. They're worried about these because these are worth more than gold. They have gold in them. Gold accents these semiconductors. So once you put them all together, they're worth way more than one gold because what do? They use to what? Manage things. Semiconductors, what? Watch this. But the materials it takes. Let's do this. Let's do this. What's in semiconductors? Semiconductors, silicon. Semiconductors is a material usually comprised of silicon, which conducts electricity more than the insulator, such as glass, but less than the pure conductor, such as aluminum. So if we go here and say what? See, look, it already got it popped up for me. See how come on, man. That's that algorithm. They're already trying to put it is found in rocks, sand, clay, and soils combined with either oxygen as silicon dioxide or with oxygen or other elements as silicate. Silicon compounds are also found in water, in atmosphere, in many plants. So that's how you know the earth the Lord gave when Isaac gave his sons. Okay, when Isaac gave his sons, he gave them blessings. The earth is riches. When he says the fatness of the earth makes semiconductors, which makes everything you see that Esau has right now, jets, planes, missiles, all come from the earth, all come from the blessing that was given to him. Understand that everything that you see, even plutonium comes from the earth. The earth itself can make riches and weapons. So having the blessings of the earth means a lot because you can make things that can fly from the earth. What do you think planes are made out of? Metal. They're just riding the winds of the earth. the winds that are already on the earth all the time, but the materials it takes to make a plane, to make a so-called airplane, comes from the earth. Every single component in it, from the seats to the shell to the engine, or even the fuel that it runs off of, comes from the earth. So this is what you got to see. The blessings that was given to Esau was the. So what do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna use the earth to beautify it. We're gonna use the things that come from the earth to help the earth. Esau uses the things that come from the earth to destroy the earth. You see how that's backwards? That doesn't make sense. You could beautify the earth with the things that you have to help it. Solar panels come from what? Earth, beet juice. A lot of you brothers don't know solar panels got vegetable juice in it. Let's look that up. We just going in the spirit. Hold on. Let's solar. Because they're using. Let's see this. Solar panels. Solar panels. It says Salakia, to make super cheap solar cells. Salakia, to make super cheap solar cells, MIT researchers look to commandeers to process the photosynthesis in plants. In the mashup of biology, the electro research said they made progress in making low-cost solar cells from plants. So you can make solar panels right from plants that come from the earth. That's power. We are power. That's why Yahushua said, "Ye are gods, but you shall die like men." We're power, man. Let's keep reading. It says this, they received a backlog of American ports ramp up, semiconductors, productions for struggling automakers, and sell the rank of truck drivers. See? Conversations are aimed at one goal: taming acceleration price increase that are haunting the economy recovery, unsettling American customers, and denting Mr. Biden's popularity. An inflation surge is persisting, a fresh challenge for Mr. Biden, who for months, instead of raising prices, was temporary hangover from the pandemic recession and would quickly recede. Instead, the president and his aides are now breaching for high inflation to persist into next year, with Americans continue to see faster and sustained increases in price for food, gasoline, and other consumer goods that at any point in this century. So you got to wait. Come on, man. The apostles been saying this. The elders have been saying this. Brothers in the truth have been saying this. Those that are in the right spirit, because we've seen this coming. That we in that time. We in a time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is getting ready to intensify, like I told you, like boiling water. Water that boils doesn't boil instantly. It needs time to heat up. And then what happens? Once that boil starts, it can go over the pot, man, if it's high enough. So this is what you see taking place. The water is on the stove. The things are boiling. Okay? That's why you got to prepare. But we're not here to prepare to fear. We're not putting fear. I hope when those of you watch these videos, I hope fear is not what you get from it. Okay? Fear should have been in you to come to this truth, to become an Israelite, and to know that who you are. And to be scared of that. But these videos are to give you hope and to give you faith and to strengthen your faith. They're not the fear monger. This is not a fear monger thing, because this is promised. If these things didn't happen, then the Bible that promised us the kingdom of heaven would be lacking. But but now we know that these things are coming to pass. Guess what? The good is going to come to pass. We are going to receive the kingdom of heaven. We're going to have our enemies as our footstool. Okay? Revelation, the 13th chapter, we says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." That's going to happen, man. We are the children of Israel. If all these things that's taking place right now are coming to pass, then everything else that came with it, because this Bible joins to each other. That's why it says precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So everything that the scriptures have said is going to come to pass. That's what you take courage in. If the bad is coming, then the good is coming. I got a precept. I got to bring it out. This is spirit. This is Jeremiah 32 and verse 42. It says, "For thus saith the Lord, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people." What people is that? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What evil is that? The word evil breaks down to bad times. Okay, calamity. So what evil was it? Slavery, disbursements, being under women, being under the wicked society, having to be the least respected. All these things is what was promised to us by way of what? The curses. But what was also promised that the Lord will redeem us, and Yahushua did redeem us. So guess what? This is what the next part. So will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised to them. See that? Let me read it one more time. So will I bring upon them, the Israelites, not the world, all the good that I have promised them. So we getting ready to receive good. Hey, like the brother just pulled out. This is the book of Acts. This is Acts 14 and 22. It says, comforting the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. That's what we're saying. All you got to do is hold on to it. There's no needing to move or budge. Yes, it's going to be scary. Yes, it's going to be. You don't think Noah and his family was scared in that ark? They were in it. They were in salvation. They were preserved. The Lord had preserved them. You don't think they were shook when they were hearing the people scratching at the ark, yelling, Noah, Nawak, Noah, let us in, man. No, man, man, please forgive me. They were begging for their lives, man. You know, they had babies in their arms. Take my baby, Noah. Don't take me. Take the baby. Save my baby, Noah. They were crying for their lives, man. So you don't think their family was spooked? Of course, but they were still in salvation. They still made it through the calamity. They still made it through the evil time. They still made it through the first death. Though they were shook and probably saddened, man. You got to understand that. You never heard nobody beg for their life. You know what I'm saying? And imagine a bunch of people, man. Who knows how many people ran to Noah's ark? Just like they're going to run to this ark. Okay? But the ark is going to be the chariots. Imagine the same way people ran to Noah's ark is the same way they're going to call out to the chariots when the Lord willing, the elect enter into those chariots. The elect will enter into those chariots. We just pray to be in that number. That's why it says 1,000 to thy left, 10,000 to thy right, man. I'm paraphrasing, but there's going to be calamities on the earth. So what manner, you don't think people are going to be calling out, help me, save me too, beam me up? Why they get to go? They're going to be crawling at it, just like they were doing in the time of the first death, man. So we got to prepare ourselves, man. And we want to make it. Hey, even if, Lord, we're not trying to not make it, but at least we know Esau is going to be destroyed. That's it. That's what I take joy in. At least you know when the missiles come, he's out of there. He's not making it beyond that point. That's it. After that hour, he's done with. There is no more wickedness on the earth. These elites are going to be in their bunkers, but they're coming out as slaves. They're not coming out as the kings of the earth. They're not coming out on top. They're coming out of those bunkers is shackled up, man. And that's what Psalms tells you. And it says, man, back in Acts, this is Acts 14 and 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So we're gonna go through things, but this is for us to stay in the kingdom. We're gonna get a perfect heart, man, but we have to enter into what? These calamities, these hardships. And it's not really hard. We've been through slavery. We've been through hardcore bondage. This is another day, and this is a Tuesday. I'm not saying that it's going to be hard as hell, but the Lord said what in Revelations that he shall keep us from the hour of temptation. So we're preparing ourselves now, and we built up our spiritual bank account, and Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to allow us to pull from that bank account. And we're going to, Lord willing, make it enough to where we got enough to make it to salvation. But we have a spiritual wealth in the heavens. Okay, everything you do, that's why a help. That's why if you in this truth not doing anything, you're not proactive, what money are you getting? What wealth are you gaining for yourself? Of course, yeah, you know the truth and you have it, you do your life, but that's why it says what charity covers a multitude of sins. Going out there in the prayers of the saints and going out there or just practicing the laws to the best of your ability is building up your account. So if you're not doing anything in this truth and just finding it as entertainment, you see how that hinders you. You see how that hurts you because you're not gaining no treasures. You're not gaining the spirit, and this is not tangible money. It's not you got a whole, you got a like the Lord gonna hand you a treasure chest of gold and say, "Here's your works." The Lord could do that. I mean, if He wanted to, He could do anything He wants to. But it's spiritual wealth. It's spiritual money. It's money that is not able to be stolen. It's things that you're gonna receive that you wouldn't have received without putting in that work and that labor. All right. That's why Yahushua said, blessed is those that have not seen but yet believe. So you're blessed if you go into this truth and you believe it. That's a blessing to you. So we're building up our accounts, trying to pull out in the time of Jacob's trouble. And just like the apostles and elders, they've been doing it 30 plus years, 36 years, 35 years, 34 years. Okay, their account in the time is gonna take them through it, man. Okay. It's Lamentations 3 and verse 38. And it says, out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil. It says, proceedeth not evil and good. That's it. That's a dual. That's what you call omnipotent. That's perfect bathwater. Yahweh Shem Yahshua is perfect bathwater. Perfect water, man. And it says, Isaiah 60 and 10, it says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee. So the Lord did a number to us. He disciplined us as a father should. He that spareth the rod spoileth the child. It says, I smote thee, but in my favor I have had mercy on thee. So the Lord's he's gonna do us a solid, man. There's not gonna be a want from the blessings of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. It's gonna overtake us. That's why the book is I think it's in Deuteronomy. It says we shall make room for the new. We shall have to eat the old and make room for the new because we're going to have so much blessings that we're not going to get done with the first blessings. And here comes more blessings. And then guess what? Here comes more blessings. Just like it ain't being a trillionaire. We're going to make money. It says whatever you want to do, you're going to be, you are going to be money. You're not going to make money. Whatever you want to do, you're going to prosper at it. Imagine that. Just like Esau now, he'll start a damn company. Oh, I started from my garage. Like, look at Amazon. What's his name? What's his name? Jeff Bezos. He said he sold books in his garage. He went from that to a damn billionaire. That's the blessings. That's what happens when you don't have curses on you, man. But what happens when we don't have curses? We're gonna do the same thing. You want to sell coconuts? You're gonna be a multi-million shekel coconut seller. That's what you want to do as an Israelite in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, everything you touch is gonna be good, man. This is Psalms 37 and 30. It says, the mouth of the righteous speak wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. So that's what we're supposed to be on. We're not supposed to be on, oh yeah, the world. No, we're talking wisdom, and that's warning. Prophecy is wisdom. Wisdom is understanding something, having the knowledge of something. So now we have the knowledge of prophecy. So what's happening? We're speaking of it. We're telling you of it. What's happening? Inflation is it says what? The grinding shall cease. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. The lack of bread, man. These times are coming, but it's not going to come for us. It's going to come to those that didn't take heed, man. Even though if it comes by us, we're going to be preserved through it. And that's just to exalt the Lord that much more. Okay? So we're not here to put fear. This is not no fear monger. This is hope monger. This is the gospel, man. The gospel ain't no fear. It didn't say the gospel of fear. No, it said the gospel, which means the good news. The good news is if you hold on to it, you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to be well taken care of. Forget these people that don't care or don't understand. It's not for them. They're numbered to the sword, man. Because why? They love the world. So the world gonna go and they gonna go with them. There's no preserving. You can't be in the middle and say, oh, God won't be with you now. No, it don't work like that. You either got to get down or you're going to lay down. That's it. You're not going to be, oh. And then when the people see the words coming to pass, they're going to want to change. They want to get down, or their pride will just let them stay in that. which is that's the pride of the world, because people have been changed into a mindset of they don't care about the Most High, man. Even if they try to care, they don't technically care. They don't, because they won't come under Yahweh Shem Shai's will, man. That's how you come under the Lord. You follow his ways. You come. That's why I said my yoke is what? Easy. The yoke is easy because you got to be bonded to this thing. We're prisoners of hope. Being a prisoner don't mean you get to do everything you want. Prisoner means you're confined. You're hemmed up. People don't want to be under that yoke. They want to live free, but then pretend and say, "Oh, I'm a No, you won't be able to do it, because the Lord's going to release us, and he's going to judge the earth. This is Psalms 94 and verse 22. It says, "But the Lord is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge. He shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our power shall cut them off." So what do you see happening right now is the cut off of Esau. Esau thinks he's doing this to progress his whole agenda, the Ordo Ab Chaos, but he's going to lose power. He's not going to gain it again. He's not going to gain it again. And through that power, he's going to unlock spiritual power. He's going to unlock spiritual power in us because he thinks the Lord will not help us. That's another sit down. The Lord will help the elect. Esau does not figure that we're going to be helped by the Heavenly Father, because we weren't helped in slavery. We weren't helped the time he was jacking us up, putting fluoride in the water, turning families upside down, Planned Parenthood, abortions, all these things that's taking place. He didn't think we were helped. It's not that time, man. The Lord is going to help us, and he's going to shock Esau, because he's not anticipating Yahweh Shem Shai giving us help. Because Esau has always won. He's a man that with a short memory. He's not short like that. He reads the scriptures, but he doesn't think Yahweh Shem Shai is going to do what he did in the ancient world. He's not anticipating that. He thinks we're too far gone. He thinks he's fluoridated us up enough. No, he's somewhat feeling it, like, oh, these dudes might get power. That's why he has a super soldier contingency, these beasts, these different robots, all these different things. These aren't made for no regular war. These are made for it's called a high-tech war that he's preparing for. What is he preparing for? He's preparing for men with powers that are not regular, man, that are going to be unknown. He's planning for everything. This is a contingency plan, and he will release it. He will Moab. Think about it. If Esau knew where men were at with these powers, he would Moab that. He would destroy the whole city, man. He's like that. He'll destroy a town, your block, your neighborhood. That's why if you had spiritual power, you misused it, you would have made yourself a target, man. So we in a time where we believe this is happening because we need help. We don't want spiritual power. We need spiritual power. These are the things that's going to protect us in these times where Esau unleashes his anger. All right. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things." Let's play this video real quick. I'm going to play this video and watch close, because the Lord said he does. If there's bad in the city, guess what? He did it. Okay? It wasn't no damn random accident. Okay? Let's go ahead and make the lock here. Let me turn this down.
Westminster.
Lou and Glenn, yes, the allegations are just horrific and have sent shockwaves across this campus. And unfortunately, there are still several videos of this alleged assault circulating on social media.
Hold on, let me go back to lock here.
An alleged sexual assault.
I don't know what that is. I must have switched the news story or something. But it's some more wickedness that Esau's doing. All right. Bottom line, it's more wickedness that this man is doing. Here we go. Yep, here we go. Let's play this video. Bear with me, Salakia. I guess after it plays, it goes to the next video. But let me play this. We're gonna have to sit there and go through ads and all this BS. All he's always trying to make some money off sell you something, man. Ah, Lee. Here we go. Bear with me. It's coming. It's coming. So it says, I'll read it one more time. This is Isaiah 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So that's why you fear. You don't just be, no, you fear. Because Yahweh Shai can create these things, and he's doing it now. Watch this.
Yeah, sure, Micah, and I have some new figures for you at this hour. There are 77 container ships off the coast anchored right now, according to the Washington Post. That is up nearly 20 from just 2 weeks ago when President Biden and the administration announced steps towards making these ports operate round the clock. So it's gotten worse since then. You can see the sun is setting, but there still is a lot of activity at the port here this evening. And the new proposed fees are the latest efforts to get cargo moving in and out of here faster. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, not in the 20 years I've been down here.
Robert Campo is a longshoreman at the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach, working more than ever, he says, to help unload cargo from ships during an unprecedented surge.
We're working day and night trying to move cargo for the world.
But tens of thousands of cargo containers have been stacking up, and now, to help get goods moving, the ports of LA and Long Beach plan to charge for cargo containers that stay there too long. Truck-bound containers sitting 9 days or more will get a $100 fee that goes up by $100 each day.
So I think it's a good intent. What I'm concerned about is the effectiveness of that.
Supply chain expert Nick Baez questions if the fees will make much of a difference when ocean cargo has already seen tremendous inflation, but demand hasn't slowed down. And he says the entire system is bottlenecked. Other issues include a truck driver shortage. Sky 5 today saw these containers piling up in a commercial area near the 110 and 105, something they don't normally see. Analysts say it all may result in some disappointments for consumers this holiday shopping season.
Some items.
That's what you get. That's what you get. And I just left one of my my stone dealers, and my stone dealer was telling me that she knows a truck driver, and the truck driver, they won't allow the truck driver to pick up loads between, I think, like 8 o'clock and 1 o'clock. So he got to get there in that time. So he got there at like 8 o'clock, and he waited and went up to 1 o'clock, and they told him he had to leave. So he went there and parked, and he was so backed up that he couldn't even get a truck. So he had to leave. So he had to go park and come back the next day and try again. So this is happening. And this is not no news. I'm talking about from the horse's mouth. Because she's having supply cuts in stones. All she does is deal with natural stones, amethyst, lapis. She's not no big stone dealer, but even she's having trouble with it. To having dealers not having what she needs, but she shops local. But she told me that, look, a truck driver was not even able to pick a load up because they sat in line too long, and then they cut you off. You got to go. So these are the times we in, man. You just don't feel it right now because there's stocks. You have local offices and you have local places, like places in big cities. You got to watch out. That's why it says that there shall be trouble in the city. That's why the apostle said you probably got to be as a pilgrim, man. You got to look in the hindsight. You can't look at this and say, oh, it'll blow over. What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't blow over? Then you in the city where there ain't no more food. 3 days, there's no farms and gardens out there. There's certain areas where I live where there's still people like Amish and people that, farm their own farm and do, produce. But it's going to get bad, man, in a city full of what, 50, 60, 100,000, a million people. Come on, man. It's going to turn bad really quick. So you those that are listening, I'm not telling you, hey, I ain't telling you to move and do nothing, but be aware of where you're at, man. And these things are going to happen quick. It's not going to be you're going to get a notice here. We rock. Shit's going to hit the fan tomorrow. It ain't going to go like that. That's why it says prepare yourself. It's high time to wake out of sleep, and have this in your mind. But the Lord is going to take care of us, man, because why? I said earlier, the spiritual bank account. If your bank account, you've been doing what you're supposed to, your bank account's sitting there with money in it. I'm talking spiritual money, spiritual wealth. which others won't have, because this is not FRNs. The Lord is going to honor that money, and it doesn't inflate, it doesn't deflate. It increases. All right, because the Lord is going to increase it. All right, so these are the things that I just wanted to bring to you, Akim, out there, and let you know. I got a few more precepts, but the main thing is not to fear, but to be aware. See the time we in. It says measured out a time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the prophecies come to pass, you shall know. So you got to measure the times. You can't just look at it and be like, oh yeah, this is another day. It'll be a hype. It'll be cool. No, no, just like Yahushua said, when you see what Jerusalem compassed with armies, flee, flee. Yahushua told him, he didn't say, hey, chill out, it'll be all right. The Romans ain't gonna do that bad. No, these are the same Romans. The elites are the same Romans. That's the Edomite spirit coming back that the Romans had on them, man. Some of them elites could be Vespasian, Titus, Domitian. You never know, man. Coming to do it again in their own different way. Okay? Because they like to deal in anonymity. That means unknown. They like to not be known. So we don't know who they are. All right? Amos 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city? And we are the trumpet. It says, lift thy voice as a trumpet and show my people their transgressions and their sins. So we're telling you this. We're blowing, the apostles and elders have been the main blowing trumpet, telling you about the MOTB, telling you about the famine of the word, telling you about the prophecies. They've blown the trumpet and allowed, through the spirit of power, Yahbashim Yahshai, to come into this thing and to blow the trumpet also, and to warn you and say, look, it's coming. It's here. This is here. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? So if you ain't spooked, because the world is going to be afraid, but you can be shook, but take comfort. Always go back to the scriptures and go back to the spirit of Yahbashim Yahshai, that what he got it. You can't save yourself anyway. So if it happening, you can't do nothing to it. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it? So you seeing everything take place now. These are the evil times that was prophesied to come. Because why? The Lord is bringing these evil times. Man, these are the record-breaking amount of ships out there, man. This ain't no light. This ain't no, it's just, it happens. No, this is something that ain't never happened before. The guy said he ain't seen it in 20 years, man. The 20 years he's been there. So it probably didn't happen before he was there. Okay? So these are unknown, uncharted waters we're in. But the elites want it. They worship death, man. They worship death. They worship plagues and people knocking off, man. All right? This is the book from the brother Yasha Allah. This is Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. It says the prophets that have been before me, and that's what you see. All we're doing is coming in the stead of the prophet, just like John. John said, "What I come to make the way straight." We're not coming to do nothing special. This is special in the eyes of the Lord, but this is what the prophets have always done. They've always warned Israel. They've always warned the people. We're warning you and telling you this ain't the games to be playing, man. We don't have to sit there and stock up, but watch, and well as pray. And the Lord's gonna make a way, and he wants to shine. The Lord wants, man. Miracles are coming. Miracles are happening. We are miracles. For us to wake up out of the slumber that these elites have put us in through the curses of Abba Shem Shai, and they forwarded. What the Lord say? They forward the affliction. That's what these elites have done. They forward the affliction of the curses that was put up on us, man. Okay, so what we saying now is what? Prepare, man. Prepare yourself. Get ready to see what's getting ready to happen, and prepare yourself, man. Because the Lord is going to show miracles and wonders in these times, signs. It says greater than Egypt. These are going to be worse. Okay, and it says Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, of evil, and a pestilence. So, and we seeing all of it now. The same thing we prophesying is prophesying now. Jeremiah's back. Isaiah's back. All right. Malachi's back. All these prophets are back, prophesying on a big scale. And this is also the fulfillment of Yahushua's promise. He said he would pray to the Father that he would send laborers into the vineyard. What are the laborers? The prophets. Okay, it says there's it says the heads are white. They're ready to be harvested, man. And that's the people out here, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And some are gonna come to the fullness of the truth, and some are just gonna have a portion. But either way, the Lord is being pushed out here, man. So call Haloim Yabashim Yashai, man. This is a beautiful time we living in. So embrace these moments, embrace these things that are happening, and don't be fearful, man. You can always watch and see what's going on, and always see, and make sure, hey, that you in the right spirit. But the main point is to always keep your eye on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, that's a rhyme right there. Keep your eye on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Hey. So I'm in it there. Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I just wanted to bring some news updates and just going in the spirit. This is just the GMS in the spirit. Time is short. So the water and Lord willing, when my other channel gets unplugged, either way, I'm gonna be uploading on here. Hey, the water and to those that are watching, and man, this is beautiful times we living in. We so close to going home, man. We are so close to going home. Just hold on to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and just keep loving it, and let the Lord get his glory. It's not about us, it's about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So till the next time, I say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Dash, and I say Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Bashem Dash. Until the next time, I say Shalom and keep faith, keep fighting, and hold on to it. We almost home. Shalom.